I recall wearing my mother's frocks when I was about 4 and 5. I had one older brother and one baby brother, and I just never felt that I fit in with them. So I entertained myself, and that was in the early days with, one of Mum's favourite frocks. They're old wooden clogs and the lipstick. I just locked myself away in the bedroom and entertained myself. And the older I got, the more courageous I got. But I lived under a rock too. Growing up, I felt that I had to, I was 19, I was with a girl. We were engaged for 4 years, and then the third year of that 4-year relationship, I knew something wasn't right, and I felt that I had to prove that I was a man, or manly enough to do that, to be as a male within my community, my family. And then, I was just waiting for the right time to be able to tell my mother. I'd take her out to the club and, give her a couple of sherbets and stuff like that for me to feel comfortable enough to be able to tell her. And this time came, and she cried, and she said to me, "I already knew," and things like that. Just, the relationship just got better after that. For me, I'm more, the laid back, more glitz and glamour, and that's my style.
And you do a lot of cabaret stuff too.
I do, yeah. I do. I've just been doing some at the Imperial Hotel at Erskineville.
The famous Imperial.
The very famous and very iconic Imperial Hotel. Performed there about 2 weeks ago. And actually today I was only been invited to perform again next Wednesday evening they call it a drag and dine show.
And people will know that internationally from the film Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Absolutely.
Yes. What would you hope to do by travelling with an Aboriginal drag performance group overseas, and how would you hope to showcase Aboriginal culture in this way?
Yeah, Barry, I've been looking for this for about 20 years, even before I put a frock on, with brothers and sisters, or we call one another titters, that we get around. And, when I first came back to Sydney, I didn't know anybody. So by going out on the scene up in Oxford Street, you had to look around to find out who or where your mob were. And so we got a circle of friends. For me, to be involved with people that, with the titters that I knew 20 odd years ago, still be close friends from today, and to know that we're all frocking up, to go over there. But it's about, for me, putting our culture out there. I recall travelling overseas to Europe, to the Greek islands 4 years ago, and people were curious as to what nationality I was. They weren't, and when I told them that I was Aboriginal, they weren't, they never even heard of us. So, this will be an awesome experience, and also on a cultural level, to be putting our culture out there, for us to be in drag, in costume, and to perform. When I perform, it's not just about Nana Miss Koori, it's actually about my culture that I'm representing also, which is a great thing that I see being performing at the Imperial Hotel. I've never been given the opportunity to perform at Oxford Street. However, and I've stated this to the manager there at the Imperial, and I'm forever grateful that they're giving us the platform that we rightfully deserve to be able to perform in front of mainstream. And it was lovely because the manager said, we are family, and that just really resonated with me, because we're all family. It took me a long time to to accept who I was. I drank and I drugged a long time too, and in the past 11 years I've been free of all that, and my opportunities, the doors have just opened for me, and that's what I do too, is that I've been down there, I've been in the gutter, and for me it's about persevering. If you have a dream, you follow your dream, keep going, don't let anybody get in your way, follow it, because you'll be up on stage like the places that I've been to.